All right, let's jump right into a really weird digital mystery. It's all about the 2026 Winter Olympics, specifically the men's freestyle skiing big air event. Now, this thing is still years away, but for some reason the internet is already blowing up with people searching for the results. Kinda strange, right?
I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? The games are so far off, the athletes are deep in their training, the snow hasn't even thought about falling on the course yet. So why on earth is Google lighting up with searches for a winner that literally doesn't exist? It's kind of like trying to find the final score of a game before the teams have even walked onto the field. So let's dig in and figure this out.
And listen, this isn't just some vague theory. The clues are right there, hidden in plain sight in the actual searches. People are looking for really specific stuff. The year, of course, 2026, but also the country, India, and even things like file formats and photos. These little details, they're the breadcrumbs we're going to follow to get to the bottom of this whole thing.
Okay, so what do all these digital breadcrumbs actually tell us? Well, once you start breaking them down, a pretty fascinating picture starts to form. A picture of what modern fan hype looks like. Seriously, every single part of these search terms is another piece of the puzzle.
Let's start with the geography piece. That word, India, popping up in the search data, that is so telling. I mean, think about it. We're talking about a winter sport here, but the excitement is clearly there, it's real, and a country you don't normally think of when you picture snow-covered mountains. It's just a perfect example of how global this hype has become, stretching way, way beyond the usual winter sports hotspots.
And then you've got the format people are searching for. They're not just typing who won. Nope, they're looking for a PDF of the results or a photo of that big winning moment. This tells us they want something tangible, something official they can look at and analyze, or a picture they can share. This points to a much deeper level of engagement than just casual curiosity.
And believe it or not, it gets even more specific. We're seeing searches that have words like price or number in them. What does that suggest? Well, it tells us fans are digging for the insider scoop. Things like prize money, or maybe bib numbers from the start list, or even detailed performance stats. This is not casual interest. This is the sign of a super invested audience that's absolutely hungry for every last detail.
Now, in the middle of all these super specific searches, you also find what I like to call digital noise. Just garbled words and typos. But even that is a clue. It actually points to a kind of frenzy, an excitement, where people are just typing so fast, trying to get the information that they're making mistakes. It's a symptom of pure, unfiltered hype.
But this whole story isn't just about anonymous data points. If you look closely, buried inside all that digital chatter, a human element starts to pop up. A specific name keeps appearing over and over again.
And that name is Connor Ralph. Yep, among all the general searches for the event, one athlete's name is being specifically looked for. The data is literally pointing us toward one of the potential big stars of the show.
So why him? What's the deal with Connor Ralph? Well, he's a top contender, an athlete who's already making a lot of noise in the freestyle skiing world. And the fact that his name is showing up in these searches, it proves the hype isn't just for some abstract event anymore. It's starting to focus on the athletes themselves. He's basically becoming one of the faces of this huge pre-event excitement.
And this whole thing, this phenomenon, it isn't just stuck to one single competition. Oh no, the excitement is spilling over, and it's painting a much, much bigger picture of what fans are getting amped up about. So, for example, we're seeing searches for Slopestyle Olympics 2026. That right there tells you that fans are hyped for other related events. And just so we're all on the same page, Big Air is all about that one massive, spectacular, super high-stakes trick. Slopestyle, on the other hand, is more about a creative, flowing run down a whole course with rails and jumps. The fact that people are searching for both, well, that shows a really broad and pretty knowledgeable interest in the sport.
It even goes beyond just the events. People are searching for things like the Ski Big Air Olympic schedule and Olympic Highlights 2026. See, they don't just want this imaginary result. They're already planning how they're going to watch. They want to know when it's all going down and get a little taste of the highlights to come. The anticipation is for the whole shebang, the entire Olympic experience.
Okay, so let's tie all of this together. We've got a global audience, a real hunger for details, a focus on specific athletes, and this massive excitement for the whole spectacle. So, what's the real answer to our mystery? What's really going on here?
It's this, right here. What we're seeing? It isn't people confused about when the Olympics are. No way. This is what modern fan engagement looks like. This huge wave of searching is basically a fan-made, global pre-game show.
It's completely decentralized, totally driven by the fans, and it's happening years before the event even starts.
And this whole pre-hype thing is really driven by three key factors. First up, global connectivity, right? It lets fans from all over the world build this shared sense of excitement in real time. Second, you have good old FOMO, the fear of missing out. Everyone wants to be part of the conversation while it's hot. And finally, there's that deep desire to feel like an insider, to know the names, the details before anyone else.
So here's the bottom line, the most crucial point. People aren't really looking for a result that they know deep down doesn't exist. They're searching to connect. They're searching for community, for information. They're searching for a way to be a part of the excitement and to feel like they're a part of the Olympic story, long, long before the opening ceremony even begins.
And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. In an age where the build-up, the speculation, the online chatter, where all that is becoming just as intense as the actual competition, what does that mean for the future of how we watch sports? It seems like the pregame show has already started.